For years on this programme, we've reported on the terrible drugs crisis plaguing Scotland and Hollywood's government failure to prevent it. Its latest attempt involves the UK's first ever drug consumption room, where users will be able to take substances without fear of arrest. There is just one clinic at the moment. Ministers hope it will provide vital evidence in what's being termed the war on drugs.
Scotland is now 4 years into what Nicola Sturgeon called a drug deaths public health emergency.
Hundreds I just bought for £30.
And Glasgow is Europe's drug death capital. But this city is about to experiment with one possible fix.
This is the injecting space of the service.
This is a drug consumption room, the first and only place in the UK where people will get a free pass to take drugs without fear of arrest.
So this service will really help those individuals who inject heroin, experience an overdose, and we're able to respond to that overdose, keep them alive.
How realistic are you about the impact it's going to have on Scotland's drug death crisis?
A service like this does not have the reach to be able to affect the national statistics, and even locally it's not a silver bullet.
A short walk from the clinic, we meet Billy.
Chosen preferred drugs.
He ought to be the exact demographic the drug consumption room would expect to target. Billy, how old are you?
I am 42 years of age. I've been taking drugs for 30 odd years. Heroin destroyed my life, it destroyed my leg.
The drugs consumption room, the clinic that's going to open, can you see yourself going in there?
No, I can't see myself personally get in there, no.
It'll be clean, it'll be free.
But you want to take your drugs as soon as you get them, that's what I'm saying. You won't come all the way up here once you've scored in city centre and want to use a consumption room.
But drug consumption rooms are already operational around the world. We've seen the impact for ourselves at this clinic in Denmark.
And in here there is cocaine and heroin.
Since it opened more than a decade ago, needle sharing was almost eradicated and the Danish HIV rates plummeted to one of the lowest in the world. Contrast that with this picture in Glasgow city centre. Glasgow's drug consumption room offers an alternative to this. Of the thousands who have died since the Scottish Government declared a drug death emergency, the majority are not dying in alleyways and are not dying just from injecting heroin. They're dying from taking multiple substances all day, every day, and in many cases they're dying hidden away behind closed doors. The Scottish Government admitted taking its eye off the ball in Scotland's drug death crisis, but they say this clinic will make a difference.
We're taking the tenacious steps to open this facility today to make sure we leave no stone unturned in trying to win the war on drugs within our country.
You seem remarkably confident about your drugs policy working, considering you're the First Minister of the country with the worst drug death rate in Europe.
I've taken expert opinion which tells me that this is one important contribution into the steps that we need to take to reduce drugs deaths in Scotland.
This clinic will be just a 3-year pilot. In that time, all eyes will be on Glasgow to see what difference it makes to the most at-risk people, like Billy. Peter Smith, News at 10, Glasgow.